Welcome back. This is a 12-hour loop of the radar of those storms that made their way through from the west over in Texas and then eastward really late last night and early this morning. But now they're continuing to push off towards the east, but they did pack a big punch. A lot of lightning, you may have heard that overnight, and a good bit of heavy rain with that, but it was brief. So on average through the past 12 hours across South Louisiana, anywhere just underneath an inch in terms of rain totals or just slightly above an inch over in New Orleans. So it was a good soaking, but it moved through fairly quickly. Now it's leaving us with some really nice weather for Sunday. Bright blue skies, not a cloud in the sky on our Sky 9 camera. This is over False River. A little bit of a chop in the water though, and that's because we've got a breeze that will continue throughout the day this morning and at times into the afternoon. This morning though, comfortable start. 60 degrees in Baton Rouge, 62 in Gonzales and Patterson, a little bit cooler in Mississippi at 58 up in Macomb. But we've got a nice day on tap. The sunshine will warm us into the low 70s by lunchtime, and we should top out in the low to mid 70s for our afternoon high. And again, it will be breezy at times. Those winds coming out of the west, shifting out of the northwest through the afternoon, sustained winds 10 to 15 miles an hour. And then once we get into the evening, we'll drop back into those 60s overnight. But wind gusts could get upwards into the 20-mile-per-hour range later today, maybe upwards of 30 is what this model is showing. But once we get into the evening and overnight, we'll see things settling down with those winds. But today, feeling really nice, but it's actually running a little bit above normal for this time of year. So we'll keep the low to mid 70s right on through the start of the work week, but then high pressure builds in, and look at this, 80s making a return by midweek and into the latter part of the week as well. That's running 15 to 16 degrees above normal for this time of year. So we're certainly going to keep that springtime feel for the work week. On top of that though, we've got some drier air filtering in behind that cold front, so that stays with us for the first part of the work week. But with the heat, we also get the return of some moisture by the middle and end of next week. So what that's going to do is, with the warm up and with the return of some moisture, we're going to have to keep an eye out for that fog development in the days ahead, especially Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday when we get the warm up. Our lows in the upper 50s to low 60s, and with the moisture, we'll have to watch for fog. But look at the morning stars by the end of the week. Mid 60s by Friday and Saturday. It's certainly going to feel more spring-like in the mornings and afternoons, but feeling nice today, low 70s today, tomorrow, and really nice for Mardi Gras for Tuesday. I've only got afternoon highs in the mid 70s before we see that pattern switch, a big warm up going into Wednesday, low 80s, and that carries into the end of the week as well. And then I've got some slim rain chances making a return by the end of the upcoming week.
Yeah, I know